It's the Turangawaewae Marae in Narua here, the headquarters of Te Kingitanga, the Maori King movement. Celebrations are underway to mark the 5th anniversary of the coronation of the 7th Maori monarch, King Tuheitia, an occasion also known as Koroneihana. And this morning, a special powhiri is being held to welcome representatives from different ethnic groups, attending the Human Rights Commission organized 7th Diversity Forum at nearby Hamilton.
This is such an important occasion. It's the first time that the ethnic community has been invited by the Kingitanga movement as part of a welcoming and acknowledgement of the diversity of New Zealand.
The powhiri today was to bring all our communities together to celebrate each other's cultures, being the King's 5th coronation, and to talk to each other as Indigenous peoples do. To show them our culture here on the marae, that we also embrace other cultures in our protocols as Māori.
I think it's a unique and a historic occasion. We've never seen so many different peoples coming together to be welcomed onto the marae at Turangawaewae, which is one of the most important and traditional marae in the country, and to be welcomed in the presence of King Tuheitia. The whole thing was just absolutely fabulous. And I think this is the increasing response of the community to the changing face of New Zealand. So I think that's why it's happening. The fact that it's being supported in this way by the Kingitanga is a really important milestone. But I'm sure that it'll lead on to other things. And the feeling I think everybody here had today was we must not remain strangers.
It's important because part of the Kingitanga is to embrace all iwi of the motu, all iwi of Aotearoa. So when ethnic communities and Indigenous people come into a marae, any marae, not only the Kingitanga, the welcome is extended to them as well. So it's important to acknowledge each other's cultures.
As a migrant and a very proud migrant from the Caribbean, it's good to be here and to be part of this coronation celebration.
It's a beautiful and very new experience for us. I'm just a decade old here, and it is a very gracious moment.
It's such an honor to be here because my first time to be able to meet the King. To me, it's a great honor.
For many of the migrants here today, some of who has been here for many years, it was the first time ever stepping onto a marae.
It's a really Maori cultural experience for me. It's really, really different, you know. So I really enjoyed coming over here.
I'm really impressed and really appreciate that I got the opportunity to be invited and attended meaningful activities.
It has been a really rewarding experience, and especially being invited to the sacred place of the Tainui here and be in presence of the Maori King and pay our respects, basically. And that makes us feel part of New Zealand.
It is good to see other cultures coming in to be a part of our celebrations today, but they've always been among us. It just means now that we have more numbers in the country, you know, people tend to acknowledge the multiculturalism. But within our community here in Ngarawahia, we have lots of communities that have been here for many years. You know, we're very close to the Hindu community. We're a horticulture community. We've had the gardens, you know, support the marae in the past. The first Sikh temple was built here in Hamilton. There's been a long association between the marae and those communities. So it is good to perhaps maybe reignite those relationships with them and to see them here today.
I think what we can learn from this is that the relationship with tangata whenua is a critical and an important one. And I think they are the host community, and for many that was realised today in terms of the way they were respected and welcomed onto the marae. And hopefully what people can feel is a sense of confidence that they can come back, that they feel more of a part of Aotearoa and the society, and they're acknowledged by the first people of this country, which I think is very important.